Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, that was funny.
Mita
Oh, wait.
is what? What?
Wait,
what?
Nothing.
What?
I just
What?
want to say, wait.
What? Say
I
it.
just wanted to troll.
My God.
No, nothing. I just wanted to troll.
Fucking Mita. Let's do our little intro bit here.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the.
This is serious business. I don't know why you're laughing. Yeah. SMH. I can't believe this. Tomfoolery.
SMH my head. How's the audio, by the way? Mita sound looks so loud. Let me reduce her. She's too loud. Oh my God.
SMH my head.
Yeah, SMH my head.
No. Shake my head.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Okay. Here we go. Ready? Welcome back to our podcast. I'm your host, Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. Your
What?
Discord mic went. I don't know if they heard it too, but
I did.
I don't know if it was from my end only. It went.
Chat,
Okay,
is my
continue,
mic okay? Do I sound like a robot? Am I robotic?
I mean, not now, but like it cut you off when you said that.
Oh.
So it might have been my end. I'm not sorry. Continue.
That's weird. Maybe it's a Discord thing? Question mark.
Both sound good. Yeah, it must have been a Discord thing. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, you're good.
continue.
Okay, all right. Start over. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm your host, Lyra Valkyria.
And I'm your co-host, Mita Osita.
And this is episode 9 of Two Weebs
Weebs
in a
in a
Pod.
Pod.
Yay. So
Yar.
we apologize for the delay today. I have a story that Mita is excited to hear because I was extremely stressed out. Basically, okay, so you know how I'm like participating in a tournament tomorrow, right? I'm participating in a card game tournament, and it's a Vanguard tournament, and I had some cards shipped out, and we were very fortunate to get in contact with 50 Cards, who is like a Vanguard card distributor, and the guy at 50 Cards helped me out, and he gave me some good prices and some cards, and he was like, oh, I'll make sure it gets to you like before the tournament. So yesterday, so I'm checking the tracking. Yesterday, it's like, oh, it's been left in your mailbox. So the way that my apartment complex, and I think a lot of apartment complexes are now, it's like there's like a mail room, and then there's like a locker, like a package locker, right? So there's two different like those are separated usually, and it said left in mailbox, but because it was from the USPS. And so I was like, well, usually if it's from the USPS and if it's not too big, it usually just stays in the mail room. And they even have those keys that they will put in your locker if it's like too big. So I was like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And so I was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't get anything. But the other day, another one of my friends sent me cards, and Poseidon had sent me cards, and it said that it arrived, but it actually didn't arrive till next day. So this was yesterday. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it an extra day. Maybe like it just needs a day for like whatever. And so I went and checked today, but there was nothing in there. So I was like, okay, I'm like freaking out, like, okay, I need these cards for tomorrow, and even if I don't need them for tomorrow, I still want to get my lost package, obviously, and I bought some expensive cards. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to figure out where this went, what it is. And so I went on this like whole chase where I went up to like the mail room and the package locker like multiple times, and just like, because sometimes if they don't have enough space, they'll just leave them outside, right? So I was like going through all the stuff that's outside, because there's a bunch of packages outside. I'm like checking every single one, and I was just like, oh my God, I cannot find my package. Like, where's my package? So then I call the like the management of the building manager, and I'm like, hey, I had a package and I lost it and blah blah, do you know like what? And they're like, oh no, we haven't heard anything. So then I talked to the nice man at 50 Cards, and Mr. 50 Cards was basically like, oh, just to double check, this is your like name and address, right? And he like sends me the address, and it's the wrong apartment number. And I was like, and what I had done was I had given him the right apartment number, but in PayPal when I paid him, I had, for whatever reason, either input the wrong apartment number, something happened, and the wrong apartment number was in the PayPal thing. So he had used that address instead, which is totally not his fault. just like something got mucked up there. And so I had to call the what do you call it, management office again, and then like tell them that I was like, oh, can you contact the other unit, because I think my package accidentally went to them, and if you could ask them to get it to me. And I was like, oh, it's kind of a emergency, so if you could and then she was like, the management lady was like, oh, so what's the name on the package? And I was like, Leora. She was like, can you spell that for me? I was like, Liora. And then I like stopped there. I was like, yeah. And she was like, what's Leora's? And I said, oh, it's for my friend. I was like, it's for my friend Leora. Because obviously I want to dock myself. So I was like, oh, it's for my friend. It's a package for my friend. And then so she goes, oh, what's Leora's last name? And I was like, that's a good question. Like, I was like, it is. I'm like spelling Valkyria, trying so hard not to like. I'm like W-A-L-K. I was like, does it sound like a real last name, or is she just gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Like, whoa, it must be European or something.
I was literally like,
oh my god, stop!
Yeah.
Stop! No!
I know. The fact that on the phone she literally goes, what's Leora's last name? And I was like, I'm sitting there in front of my computer like,
no. My toes were curling when you were telling that story. I can't. No. Wait. But like, what happened next though?
Oh well, so anyway, she took the information down, and then she was like, oh, I'll call that unit and then have them bring it to the office, and then let you know, whatever. So I was waiting for her to call me back, and that's what took me a little bit.
Yeah, and then she called back in there, or she's not calling back yet.
She called back. So she called back earlier, and she said that she was able to contact the person that lived there, and the girl that lives there hasn't checked her mail yet, so she's gonna go check it tonight. And
she
then
better check it ASAP. That's right.
I know. I kind of tried to be like, oh, it's urgent.
Right.
But I didn't. I also yeah, like I didn't really know how to like say that without sounding like an asshole, like hurry up, so I was kind of like, ooh, it is really urgent, if I could get it as soon as possible. But obviously I don't think they're gonna be like, by the way, she said it's really urgent, so you should like hurry up and check your
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't pass that part on.
Right. So I don't know if it'll arrive in time, but we pray, we hope, and we pray.
Please.
But it's okay. If it doesn't arrive on time, I'll just go to the tournament and I won't have the cards, and then I can just blame it on my deck. I'll just be like, I lost because my deck was bad because I was missing these cards. It's not me. I'm not the problem.
Yeah, I won many battles.
Yeah, I would have won if I just had that package correctly. You know what I mean? Like that's what, it's not me.
It's not on me.
No, absolutely not.
Not the cope.
Yeah, so at least I have that excuse, so we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see what happens, but
that was a story. Oh my god.
It's looking to be an early morning for me tomorrow, because the tournament starts at 11, and depending on when I get that call.
Oh gosh.
They were like, oh yeah, we'll call you when we get the package, but the management office closes at 6. So that's why I was like, oh, I need to like finish everything before we get on stream, and then
gotcha.
So there's no way I'm gonna get it today, so hopefully that girl is an early riser and she drops it off first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Like, hey.
Well, so I did tell them, I was like, do you think I should just like go up and like knock on her door and ask?
I would.
I know. I really debated. Okay, see, but the thing is, that's like even more doxing. Like, imagine like, there was a package for a Leora Valkyria. Do you by chance have a package for my friend? Not me, definitely my friend, Leora Valkyria. Totally normal name. Please don't look up the name. Not suspicious whatsoever. Name.
No.
At least if you got a package for Mita Osita, it wouldn't be
It's literally my nickname anyway, and my name. So it's I'm Mita anyway. So
I should have had I should have been Leora Smith or something. I should have picked a normal last name. We're gonna be Leora Smith. Leora Kensington. Would have been, a little more less precarious, right?
Yeah, honestly, my last name. Oh, actually, no, I can't make a joke anymore. Smith, it was gold. That was a good one.
Oh yeah, it could have been Leora McSmith, Mick Valkyria. Mick Valkyria. Just added the Mick at the front, and then it would have made it better.
It would have been normal.
You're right.
It would have been so normal. Oh
it would have been so normal. They would have thought nothing of it.
I'm dying.
Anyway, that was my last hour of me panicking. I literally had gone up and down to the first and second floor like 5 times because I also am just like, my brain. I just kept going like, okay, what if there was something in the mailbox and I thought it was like the floor of the mailbox and I missed, or like, oh, but like what if like someone like stopped by and like, and I just kept like going back and forth like a crazy person. I'm sure the security guard on the first floor was like, yeah, basically the security guard was like, what the fuck is she doing here again? Like, why is she back at the mailroom? She keeps going back.
Is she good?
Yeah, is she okay? It's like I was genuinely like, all the scenarios going through I was like, do I report this to the USPS? Do I like call them? Are they closed? It was like the whole fucking 9 yards, because also like in the middle of the day I had like a friend stop by. Anyway, it was like a whole thing. So
at least in all in all, you're better than me, because I have a couple packages that keep getting sent back because I keep like,
yeah, I fucking remember.
Oh yeah, you too.
My God.
I forgot.
Yeah, that happened. There was a point in time where I had a friend who had like an extra thing, and Mita could have used it.
Tell them, please.
No, I'm telling them. They deserve to know.
Please tell your friend one more chance.
Oh, I should ask her actually. I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but basically, I even reminded fucking Mita Osita like 4 times. I was like, Mita, did you check the package yet? Mita, have you like picked up? I was like, you should probably like tell your family or something, because like maybe they could pick it up. And then Mita was like, oh yeah, and then like she just completely forgot about it, and it literally got sent back. It literally got sent back to my friend, and I actually haven't even brought it up to her because I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed on your behalf.
I feel bad. I feel so bad. I have 3 like VTuber merch packages that I bought from VTubers, and again, they had to be sent back, and I'm like, oh fudge, I keep forgetting. And then like I had one sent back twice, so I'm kind of embarrassed to say, hey, Mike, por favor.
Yeah, at that point you're just, it's gone, no more.
Yeah,
ask for a refund.
One I did ask for a refund for, because I just like was like, oh whatever, never mind.
Yeah.
But I'm really forgetful.
My God, Mita is really forgetful. Okay. Anyway, going on to the actual meat of the podcast today. We're not here just to yap about our meat.
What the heck?
But we're not here to just yap about our weird package woes. Today we are talking about summer 2024 anime, which that means, as you see here, I'm in my summer outfit.
Oh, and I thought I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it
anymore. No, it's cute. It's fine. Mita's gonna change into her outfit too. Don't worry, it's fine. Come on, Mita.
No, I need 15 akasupa.
Yeah, someone send her a
no, just kidding.
Send her an encouraging super chat. I'll send the money over to her.
No one has seen it before ever.
No one has ever seen it before. It's a two weebs in a pod exclusive. 2 weebs in a pod exclusive reveal of Mita's new summer outfit.
I accidentally pressed the button one time before stream, and then I deleted the VOD. Not deleted, I took down the VOD, and I was like, guys, I'm sorry, but that made me really upset. I had to erase the whole VOD. I didn't even cut it. I just took down the whole VOD. I was just so upset.
Oh my God. No. Well, okay. It's just a bathing suit, so it's not that big of a
Right, it's a bathing suit. Okay, you guys ready for
drum roll, please?
Oh, no.
No drum roll? No?
No, I have to walk in. Can you make me walk in?
Oh my
Like,
god.
okay. I have to change off screen, and then can you like move me
Oh
back?
my fucking god. So
I need to go
dramatic.
change. I can't change in front of them, okay? Let me go change in the left, yes. And then, yes. Like,
she's changing. Okay, for a second. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yes.
Yay! Cute, right? It's her little bathing suit. She got a little like what are these called? Like tankinis, I think they're called.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Tankini. Oh, she's all shy, like she's getting red, embarrassed.
Don't look at my boobie.
You're nodding. There's nothing to look at. It's okay. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to.
If I turn, it's a little bump.
There's nothing for them to look at me. You don't have to worry about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious.
Holy shit, her rib cage is out. True, rib cage for free.
Only for today.
If you squint your eyes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, only for the Two Weebs in a Pod podcast. It's not going to be a normal occurrence, but yeah, it's kind of refreshing. You know, it's summer. We only have we were just talking about this, but like about a month of summer left. So gotta enjoy it while we can. Holy shit. Also, I went out today and it was fucking hot today. Just
don't get me started.
Insanely hot. It's
so yucky.
Yeah. So we gotta figure out what summer anime has kind of helped really cooled us down in this heat,
Yeah. Yeah, you're very right.
Yeah, what summer anime has really or heated us up even more? Let's find out. All right, first one though, we have the Ossan. What the fuck is this? Ossan Adventurer something. It's a very long title. Have you watched this? I don't remember.
I watched one episode of it and I'm gonna say outright I hated it so much.
Wait, really?
I did not like it one bit.
I thought you would like it because
I know Ossan, yeah, I
muscly dilf guy.
I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. But I don't know why, but I just feel like the first episode was full of so many cliches, so generic. It felt very boring, and like it didn't have me like, oh, like what's different about this, like isekai or this overpowered person, etc. etc. It's just so bad. It's so bad.
You know, that's really funny because ironically this was one of the few that I was like actually pretty interested in.
Really?
So I had the same impression as you did when I first watched it, and I was like, oh, this is really generic and boring, and we've seen this a million times. But I think for whatever reason, I kind of felt compelled to watch the second one. I think I was just curious because I was like, okay, how are they gonna like pan it out? Like, how are they gonna actually make it make sense, kind of thing, right? Because it's like, oh, like, you know, in Mashal, for example, it's kind of a similar premise. But then what's interesting is, okay, well, then how does he actually survive at the magic school? Yeah, sure, he's strong and overpowered, but like, what is he going to do? What tricks are up his sleeve? So I think that was what kind of got me to continue with this series. And I actually quite like it. It's a little, it is really campy and it is cheesy and it is very... Oh, wait, let me get my notes. Wait, I left my notes outside. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I forgot to write your notes. Oh my gosh, it's all in my noggin today. My throat. Oh, you left. Oh wait, you wrote down your notes somewhere else? Hey, chat. Hey. Nani kore?
Okay, I got my notes. Sorry. I have my notes. What did I write down? Let's see. Oh, also something I really liked was the opening. I had like the really old school anime.
Yeah, I mentioned that too. I like that. It had like the male singing, what's it called? What's the voice type called? It's like it's a husky? No, it's like exactly what you were saying before. Yeah.
Like kind of like Baka Mitai vibes, like.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, old school anime.
Gruff. Yeah, I love it. I loved it. Yeah.
I felt like the animation itself was pretty like meh though. It's like pretty poopy. But
Right.
I also really liked a lot. Ironically, I did really like a lot of the old jokes, like the Ossan jokes. I thought maybe because it's like hits at home for me. But like how like there was something that there was like the kid kept calling him a 40-something
40,
year old.
yeah.
Yeah, then he was like, I'm a 30-something year old. Excuse you, you know. And I was like, wow, that's so relatable.
Right. That was pretty funny though.
Yeah, like I liked all those little like jokes, and I liked the part where like, you know, this guy in the white hair in this picture, when he like pulls out a gun and it was just like, oh, he has a gun and like everyone else has like magic, but he just uses a fucking gun.
A Glock.
Like, yeah, that was like really, I thought that was like a funny bit, and I liked it more than I thought, and I don't know if it's just because I'm old and I've kind of felt that like, you know, sort of kindred spirit of like, oh, you're never too old to, you know, whatever, like you're never too old to start something new, or you're never too old to like try your best and achieve your dreams. Like I guess some of that stuff spoke to me a little bit, so maybe I was a little bit extra sentimental when it came to that stuff. That being said, usually this blonde girl in this picture, I had seen her in the picture before, and then when I met her in the show, I was like, oh no, like
she's obnoxious.
Yeah, and her entire family is like horrible people, and I was just like, they're gonna redeem them. Like they're gonna redeem them, and I hate that. I hate the idea that they're gonna redeem them. And I think as soon as she gets introduced as a main character, I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah, so again, I watched only the first episode, but like the younger brother too, like I wanted to like choke him and like yeah, it was really upsetting.
In the next episode, you meet her older brother as well.
It's the exact same, you're saying, basically?
Yeah, all three of them are the same. I think like they try to redeem her at one point where she like apologizes, or she says thank you, like while she's carrying out her brother like dead body or whatever. Not dead, but like knocked out body. But like she kind of has like a moment where she like stops and she's like, oh, like thank you, and then she like continues on, or you know. And I was like, I feel so forced, especially after seeing how she was normally. Like it's like she was never like that. Yeah, like they're just doing this to make you like her, so that when she does join the team, you hate her a little bit less. Like I don't know, I didn't really like it. I felt like I liked how goofy and evil their whole family was, but I kind of almost wanted them to just like keep them goofy and evil. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't like that they got redeemed.
Gotcha. Yeah, very forced, you're saying. Like, again. Dang, man.
Yeah.
And going back to it, I did like the message as well, where it's like, you know, where everybody's like, oh, he's 32? What? Oh, God, what is he doing here? Old, old. I'm like, God dang, chill. It's not that deep, y'all.
Yeah,
and
but
30s is not even old. Like, what the heck?
I do think, like, Japanese culture-wise, though, it is very, like, spot on. You know, like, the whole Christmas cake thing and all that stuff. So, but I liked the whole, like, gimmick of him genuinely thinking that he's really weak and horrible and bad at everything, but like secretly being like really good at a lot of stuff. Like I thought that was a really fun like tidbit as well too, without making him annoyingly humble. Like I think a lot of these isekai perfect main characters are annoying because they're like, oh my god, like I'm so humble and like I'm such a nice person. Yeah, like I care about everybody else more than myself. But like with him, it felt like genuine, because like for him it's like, well, I just think that my expectations are this and my standards are this, and that's kind of why he has that outlook on life, as opposed to like, I'm just a really nice guy. You know, it's not that at all, right?
Right. Maybe I'll watch 2 more episodes and see how it goes. I shouldn't drop it just yet.
Well, I mean, I would say it's definitely not for everyone. Like, it's not like, I wasn't like, wow, that was an amazing show. It is, weirdly, though, one of the ones where I just kind of was like, oh, I wonder what happens in the next episode. And then I just watched like 4 episodes just out of nowhere, you know? I was like, oh, I wonder what happens. And then I ended up watching a bunch. So anyway, you could try it. I don't think it's like a must try. I think there's like a couple other ones that I liked more than this one, but
gotcha.
All right, let's see. Rating though, out of 10.
Yeah, solid 3 for me.
Ooh, 3. That's pretty low.
Yeah, I think I had expectations for it to be a little bit cooler, more fun.
I think for me, I would give it a 6, because it's a little bit more than just average. Like I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say like people have to watch it or something.
Gotcha.
I would say if you're old like me and you like the old person humor, then you could definitely check it out. But it's not like a must watch or anything. I also really liked the elf girl. Thought she was really cool and hot.
Oh, the dark
maid.
Skin.
Yeah.
Pretty. She's so pretty.
Yeah, and she was really cool in the last episode I watched. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Oh. This is like How to Become Ordinary. Yeah. Shoshin.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this one, so you can explain what this one's about.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be quite honest. I kind of force watched it. It wasn't exactly what I thought it would be because it was from the creators of Hyuga, right?
Okay. So wait, what was your expectation, and then like what was it actually? I want to hear.
So with Hyuga, it kind of felt like the plot wasn't like right in your face. It was like soft. I don't know how to explain it with words. Well, I should have written it down before we started.
No, you're good.
But when I began the show, it kind of just left me with more questions than a general understanding. And without that general understanding of what kind of anime this is, the next 2 episodes was just like question marks over my head. Like, all right, where are we going with this? So the whole premise so far is that they are just trying to become as ordinary as possible. We still don't know why. We don't know what. In the opening song, in the opening theme, you can see 2 wolves running next to each other. I'm like, oh, maybe they're actually like, they're wolves and they're trying to be human or something. Or, maybe they formed a contract and they something.
Right.
Nothing like that whatsoever. So I'm like, oh, that must be some sort of like imagery or something.
Yeah, it's just like yeah.
I'm so confused. And the main girl character, she's very cute. Cute. But I'm still not understanding what's going on. I genuinely don't know.
Wait, how many episodes did you watch?
Did I watch like 3? I think
geez.
2 or 3. And like,
that's way too many to be like that lost.
Yeah, I shouldn't be lost at this point. At this point, I should be knowing like, oh, they're doing this because of some sort of reason. I don't know even a pinch of why, They don't have to tell me outright the whole like, oh, because this happened. Like
right, even like, they have superpowers, or because they were bullied, or like there's like no kind of like reason.
There's nothing for me to go off of other than I'm just watching these 2 random people, watching them solve mysteries very randomly, but they're trying their best to stay as ordinary as possible. Why?
Are the mysteries like related to that at all?
No. That's what makes me upset. So like, for example, they spent like a good sorry, I'm getting upset.
She's getting emotional.
10 or so minutes trying to figure out like, how did this guy make this hot chocolate when there's only and without making the sink wet? Like, oh, did he use a spoon? Did he use it to microwave this?
Well, no, you're lying.
No, you don't understand. The way I was just like tapping my fingers, waiting for the scene to change. No, it was a good like solid 10 minutes of them figuring out, how can he make this chocolate milk if there's 2 cups, but there's a single spoon in the sink, but the sink isn't wet? He didn't wash any other container. Like, what do you do? And in the end, it was just like, oh, he warmed up the milk carton. I don't care. I don't understand. Like I'm feeling I'm heating up because it made me so much. Like, how is it that I'm confused on what there's no real plot? We're solving random stupid mysteries that we don't need to know about. This random guy stole the main girl's character's bike, and it's like 2 episodes in, or 2 or 3 episodes in, and they found out, oh, he did this, nothing related to them. Like, it brings nothing to the plot whatsoever. Like, I didn't need to go on this journey with you guys. You guys would have done this journey outside of the episodes, and then we could brought us in when you guys are ready for us. But you guys were not ready for the audience. And so I have no idea why. I was sitting there the whole time watching them go through all of this. Like, yeah, the animation is really cute. The art is really cute. It's giving me nothing. Why am I sitting here waiting for it to turn into something, And of course, I like Hyuga. Hyuga was pretty alright,
Yeah.
But like, this is
Hyuga was more like rom-com-y, right?
Yeah, and like which is really really cute. And I didn't need like romance in this. Like romance, yeah, always like makes it a little bit more interesting a little bit.
Sure.
But this had nothing. It was a nothing sandwich. It was a nothing sandwich.
Burger.
And I'm like so upset because like, the thing is that like I just started watching another anime while while we were loading up for the stream, and I could have been watching other anime than this.
Wasting your time.
Wasting my time. I'm so upset because I'm like, okay, there must be something I could bring to the table, like, you know, I could talk about today. Nothing. I can't tell you guys nothing because they gave us nothing.
That's funny because I saw this on like Crunchyroll and like the list of like, oh, simulcasts this season, and I was like, ooh, the title looks interesting, right? Like How to Become Ordinary. I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool title. And I thought the art looked really good. So I was like, maybe the animation's good. But I was like, I really don't want to watch a romance. I'm never in the mood for a romance. So I was like,
not even a pinch of it.
I know, that's like so funny though. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to avoid it because I don't really want to watch romance this season. And then the fact that it wasn't even romance, but it's a good thing I avoided it.
Yes. I'm like, what happened? And then I'm gonna be as patient as I can. I'm gonna try maybe one more episode.
Why? No, don't even bother, man. That sounds horrible.
I got so deep into it at this point.
Oh, it's like sunk cost fallacy. Like you've already spent that much time. You gotta like make it worth it and find out what's going on.
Right, just tell me the plot, even if it's bad. Just tell me so I can like live, so I can like.
Right, so you can move on with your life.
Yes, exactly. Like, oh, it makes me so frustrated.
Also, thank you, Jub, for the 5 gifted. Thank you.
Jub.
Appreciate it. Be sure to thank you, Jub, if you received one.
Thank you, Jub.
But yeah. Anyway, sorry, we don't really call out the stuff often, but I'm gonna call it out because I'm sure it was in thanks for the Mita swimsuit reveal. So any donation today, I'm taking as like a yes, thank you, Mita, for the swimsuit reveal. So
yes, only today my ribcage will be showed.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to wait a whole another year for next year's summer 2 Weebs in a Pod episode.
And you think we're joking? We're not.
We're not. We're not. You're never gonna see this again. This is it. And summer ends next month, so it's gone forever. So take a good look while you can, I guess.
Don't you don't have to.
Oh, I guess. Okay, not a good look. Take a not so good look.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Anyway, I think I generally get your appetite on this, but what would you give it out of a 10?
A solid 4.
4, higher than Ossan.
Yeah, I hated Ossan.
Oh wow, that bad, huh?
Yeah, but I was able to force myself through this one. But
that's true.
Ossan,
you did watch like 3 or 4 episodes, so.
Right, because I have my expectations, man. But yeah 4.
Well, that's not a bad score considering how much you had negative to say about it. So.
Yeah. I think it's just very pretty animation, and I like the characters. You know.
Help.
The characters feel pretty surface level, but I don't expect to learn everything about them in that many episodes.
First couple episodes. Right. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, next one though we have yes, the VTuber Legend anime.
Yes.
I only watched the first episode because we did a watch along.
Me too.
Oh yeah. I want to watch the second episode because it has TCG stuff in it. I've mentioned it, but I just haven't had free time to watch it. This one is unfortunately a biopic of my life a little bit. So it is a little
not the
the what?
G-O-O-N-I-N.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had to explain to Mita what a gooner was. What gooning was.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. That was pretty good. I think wait, how many episodes we watched on stream chat? I think we watched 2 because we did watch the second one as well. Maybe 2 or 3. But and I have this note for another series too. My issue with the meta for 2024, the meta with social media, with marketing, is that I unfortunately felt like I had watched the entire anime already after I watched it. Like when I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, I already seen like 90% of this on Twitter. Like I just saw it in clips, right? So
yeah.
I didn't love that. And then I felt like every part that I hadn't seen in clips were just not that funny compared to the parts I had seen in clips. So it was like, well, I already saw the funny parts, so now the rest of it is just kind of like stitching it together. That being said, obviously as a VTuber, it's kind of fun to watch stuff like this to to get an idea.
Relatable.
Yeah, it is very relatable, and it is kind of interesting to see, you know, it from the other side. And there's all these little like Easter eggs, right, throughout the thing where she opens up OBS and she opens up VTube Studio. It's like little things like that feel very like, oh shit, this is so real. Or they play like Getting Over It, and it just feels really relatable. And I think that is more fun than the actual show itself.
Yeah, I like the part where she was like watching other VTubers and it's like, ski, you're the cutest.
Yeah,
like that's what I do too. I literally well, actually, I used to watch VTubers a lot more before joining VNU, but
right. That's literally
you know,
us.
just like, you know, relaxing, watching VTubers, have fun, and you're just like fangirling over them, like, oh my gosh, they're so great, like you're so cute, you're so comfy. Yeah, sometimes like VNU girls like stuff too. I'll just lurk and do the same thing, just like eat like food and like
yeah,
you know?
definitely. And I feel like it was kind of fun seeing them kind of take that, oh, this is the reality of VTubers. Like you think that they're all like pure and say so and cutesy, but in reality they're all just like massive weebs, or they're all just like silly, like they're real people too. And I felt a lot of deep connections, especially when, like, you know, she talks about The Office and how she felt like, you know, didn't feel like there was any meaning there, and she kind of finds her meaning through streaming, but she feels like she's falling behind from her peers, and it's kind of like, oh, like, you know, when will I have my big hit, right, kind of thing is part of the story. So I thought that was all really relatable. That being said, again, I do feel like in terms of actual like story not that much meat. Speaking of meat, right? Where it is a little lacking in substance. Again, it's fun if you're a VTuber watcher or you're a VTuber yourself, because you have all the little Easter eggs, and I think that part is like, oh my god, I totally relate to that. Or, oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, like those kind of parts are funny. Or like how the ending is always like a karaoke screen. Or like they're like using their live 2D models and stuff. Like all of that is like really fun. But in terms of like, is it a good anime? I don't know. Like it's a gimmicky anime and it's fun for that reason, but I don't know if it's like a good anime, right?
Right. It kind of feels like something you would kind of watch in the background. Now, like, you sit down, like, wait for the next episode. Like, oh, the next episode's coming out, you know?
Right. It's not. It's definitely not like a, oh my god, when is the next episode coming out?
It's casual more viewing anime. You know?
It's like fun, almost slice of lifey in a way. Right. So, what would you give it? Give it out of 10?
I guess I give it a 5.5. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah, exactly what you said. Not a much meat to it. You know, it doesn't really talk about like. Actually, I haven't gotten far at all because of the first episode, and so. But you know, we don't really talk about her, her IRL stuff much. I don't think so, at least. Or anything deeper than that. You know, it's. But yeah, I think the focus of the anime is VTubing stuff anyways. But like, I don't know how far they can get with that. So
they do talk a little bit more about that in the second episode. So it is, you know, I would say it's, if you're a VTuber, if you're a VTuber fan, it's definitely just worth watching it, because I feel like you'll enjoy it, right? No matter what. So I would give it a 7. I think I would normally give it a 6, but I give it an extra point as a VTuber, just like as a VTuber / VTuber enjoyer. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Personally.
Yeah, I love her design, by the way. She's so cute.
It is cute. Yeah, I like her design. I thought it was interesting. I agree that I don't really like the fact that they made her in person the same as her model.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird. I didn't know why they chose to do that, but I guess it's because otherwise they would not have that. It's kind of hard to tell who's who, I guess, because she does hang out with a bunch of other girls later. So, like, she hangs out with other VTubers. Yeah, like she hangs out with her senpai, right? So, like, it might get confusing if they're all just like normal looking people. Makes sense. I guess the way that they worked around that is anyone who's an NPC is just like a paper person, right? So yeah, so I think it kind of like makes sense where it's like, oh, that's not how they look like in real life. It's just like the lens of you as the viewer, and that's why it's not like there's actual paper people in the background. That's supposed to just be like imagery, right, for you to understand that, oh yeah, she's the main character kind of thing.
The that's probably it then. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, nothing crazy. It is definitely fun, but nothing to write home about. So.
Right. Exactly.
Next one, no longer allowed another world. One that I did not watch as well, but I also was tempted to watch it. I just felt like I had seen so much isekai recently.
I know.
I'm just like kind of burnt out on isekai. Like, I don't want to watch isekai anymore.
It's so funny you say that because I am starting to feel a little burnt out myself as well. Yeah. So I was kind of hesitant to start this one because of how generic it looks.
It looks really generic.
But I think I'm on episode 3 or 4, but I enjoy this.
Okay,
anime.
well, can you give us a little lowdown on the plot?
Yeah, so we still don't know. Okay, actually, rewind. It begins with our main character, Sensei. I'll call him that because that's what everybody else calls him. The Sensei and this other girl are like tied by a red string, and they're standing by a stream in the pouring stormy rain, and they're about to commit double suicide.
Oh.
And he says, okay, let's go, Sachan. But right as they're about, but before they step right into the river, a truck hits them.
Oh my God.
And then he wakes up, in an alternate world. And, you see that his red string is cut. So it's just him by himself. And he's like, what the heck? And then, immediately the goddess lady in the picture with the blonde hair, she's like, oh, welcome adventurer. Oh, that's weird, like you don't have any skills, etc. Oh no, was this an accident? Oh no. And then Ash is like explaining, like, you gotta save our world, ha 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 ha. He's taking pills, he's trying to kill himself.
Oh no.
And the thing is, like, they do it in such a goofy way, like, so throughout the anime, he's just amoricidal.
Amoricidal, yeah.
And the premise is that he's looking for Sachan, But the thing is, we don't know why in the first place he wants to commit double suicide. Why is he still suicidal? And, again, who's Sachan to him? Was it his sister, lover, et cetera, et cetera? We don't know. And all we know is that he was a writer in his past life, and he just wants to commit double suicide with her. And it's really interesting. Very, very interesting.
Where does the title come from, would you say? Like, no longer allowed in another world? Like, is that supposed to be like, oh, he tries to kill himself, but he just can't kill himself anymore? Like, or something like that?
Maybe. I think so. So they weren't really clear on that quite yet. But that's my guess. Honestly, that's my guess, is that later on we're going to find out that he can't go back.
Right.
Because, again, with all his attempts throughout the series, or throughout the episodes I've seen so far, they've been a massive failure, very goofy failures. Something's always in the way, And the cat girl you see, oh my gosh, I don't know why, but she's like my fave.
She's really cute.
Her name is Tama. Yeah. I thought it was going to be the stereotypical, I'm in love with you, like, let me join your journey. But no, she's one of the ones who like fight, boom, 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 boom. She's really, really cool. So I really like Tama. I really do. The blonde-haired goddess lady, she's pretty funny. I really feel like this series has potential, and the fact that I kept like watching another episode, I was like, I'm just curious. Yeah, so I really think that Sensei is someone I want to follow and see what he's up to. Will he find Sachan? Why did he want to kill himself? We don't know yet. I'm so excited to find out.
It sounds cool. It sounds a little bit more like dark humor than I had expected.
Right.
I feel like it would have been a funnier... I would have watched it if the title was literally like anything related to what you just said. So like if the title was like, I'm trying to kill myself in another world. Something like that. Like, I think
that'd be funnier.
Yeah, it would have been. I would have been like, wait, what? And then I would probably have watched it. But like, I think no longer allowed in another world. It sounds so freaking generic.
So generic.
It could be like anything.
Right. But yeah, and I think it's episode 2 or so where he comes across like a problem of some sort, and the fact that he solves it in such a there's so sorry, I don't know how to explain it. There's so many instances where I thought, oh, he's gonna do this. Obviously, he doesn't, and I'm like, what does he do? You know, and it keeps happening. That's why I'm really interested in the journey because he's very unpredictable. Even though I think he is, you know. But yeah.
Oh, I'll definitely check it out. What would you rate it out of 10?
I would say a definite 6.5. I'm being a little bit harder on the scores this now because before I would be like 10, 10, 10, 10, but I need to be more careful. I feel like this is a solid.
You got burned. You got burned by Zom 100.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
The trauma of rating Zom 100 a 10 has changed her brain chemistry.
I wanted to jump after. I was like, no, don't do this to me.
It's like, I won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna be very careful. So 6.5 to 7 for sure.
All right, I would say that it's 7. You know, I would just round it up because we could get too nitty gritty because then we have 20 numbers on the scale. So
right.
Yeah, I would give it a 7. It sounds like you like it more than some of the other ones you've talked about that you've given a 6.
Yeah, so. I think that's why I was happy to talk about it for sure.
Yeah.
Ossan, you failed me.
Ossan failed you so hard.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, now I kind of want to check it out. So definitely it's a good sell on that one.
Yeah.
All right, another one I did not watch. So, is it Alia?
Oh, wait, no, I'm questioning it.
Ayla. Wait, isn't the Ayla Ayla?
Yeah, but he pronounces it Ayla-chan.
That's weird. But okay, maybe it's like a Russian thing and I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But maybe if I remember it incorrectly.
Right. Doesn't it look like it's spelled wrong in this thing?
Yeah, it does for real. It looks
like if it's Ayla, like Ayla would make sense, but
maybe the way he says it, yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Well, this is okay. Before you get into this one, I had heard a lot about this one, and I really like the art style, but I just didn't want romance, so that's why I skipped. I did skip this one. And it looked very harem-y, and I just wasn't really feeling harem-y this season. So
right. I'm trying to remember. It was either this or another anime where I read the manga first of.
Oh. And I think this manga was pretty popular, so it might be this one.
It might have been this one, yeah. And the art style is really, really cute. And
yeah, it's really nice.
You know what, let me get a crack at it. This is so cute. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So again, as you can see, Ayla ? She speaks her true feelings in Russian. And the main character secretly knows Russian because of a childhood friend that was Russian, and he wanted to learn Russian for that childhood friend. We don't know who the childhood friend is, obviously.
It's probably gonna be her, I'm assuming.
Yeah, right.
Probably gonna be her. Yep, makes sense.
The childhood friend had like blonde, like yellowish hair. So I'm like, how are they gonna play that off? Like, it's gonna be like, oh, the hair color changed, or a wig, etc., etc. We don't know. But so he secretly knows Russian. So whenever she says something in Russian, like, oh, you cutie, or like, oh, is it because you like me, or etc., it's all in Russian. And she's very tsundere, but he knows. So she's like, what? Like, what are you reacting about? What are you talking about? And he's like, nothing. And in his head, he's like, this girl. But it's not like he's saying like, oh, I love her, I'm in love with her, or anything. He's being bashful about it. He's like, oh my gosh, this girl. And I can't tell her because if she knows, then she will like kill me.
Right.
If I was quiet this whole time. And as you see, I won't spoil it because I really want you to like try it out. The other people are like student council people. And it's very funny. It's so funny. The girl with the side pigtail, I think she might be my favorite. She is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
A couple times I'll be like cringing, but then I end up laughing at what she does. I don't want to say because I really want you to try it out. It's
okay. I'll definitely check it out.
And the animation is smoother. It's smoother than others.
Yeah. Definitely the clips that I saw looked really, really nice.
Yeah. Oh, you have seen clips. Oh,
I mean, I think I saw the trailer is what I saw.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is so nice. Oh my gosh. And what was I gonna say? There's one more thing. I'm kind of sick of main characters, um, being very generic like. But for some reason, I kind of feel like I've grown a liking to this generic guy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have any leads on why you think that might be, or is it just more like you like his interactions maybe?
I like his interactions, and I also like that he might have some like, his past. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. His past is like something that really affects how he handles things now. So I feel like he's a little bit deeper character than the other generic MCs. So
I see.
He's deeper. Yeah.
He's not just like a nice guy because he's a nice guy or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think maybe generic in look is what I meant. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, it's a little bit of mixture. It's a mixture. So I really love this series. I watch it every time it comes out. So yeah, I really love this one so far. So good. I rate it a solid 8.5.
Nice. Well, that's pretty close to a 9.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. Yeah,
it's
pretty
really
close.
good.
But I'm surprised that you like it so much. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I kind of got thrown off too by the harem vibe from the picture. But I was like, let me try it, I guess. Oh my gosh, I don't regret it. I do not. It's so good. All
right, I'll definitely have to check it out.
And one more thing, every ending is a different ending song.
Oh, interesting.
And there are songs that were already released and stuff. So one ending, it has Ayla-chan singing Kawaii Kute Gomen.
Oh.
And other songs. The Haruhi ending, yeah. The Haruhi
Oh,
season,
right. I think I saw that one. It's just like, is it like covers that like the cast is doing?
Yeah, it's basically, I think it's just her so far. I don't remember. Okay. There's like one or two I skipped. So I'm like, oh, I don't know this song. I just skipped. But yeah. I think
is there like a reason? Is it just like random?
It's kind of random. I feel like. But it also kind of matches the vibe as well. So it's not like a random like metal song. I don't know.
Right.
No, but it is covers.
Interesting.
Or they are covers. Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, I saw the Haruhi one as well. So.
Yeah. I was like, oh, the way I physically like reacted to it when I was playing. I'm like, what?
The nostalgia bomb.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So look forward to that, senpai.
All right, I'll have to check that one out for sure.
Yes, please.
All right, next one though is these are all yours. Oh no, this one's mine. Ooh. Nobody's way up to an exploration hero. Did you watch this one?
Oh, I did not. Please tell me all about it.
This was not a good one. Spoiler alert. I watched one episode and I was like, nope, no. I think that is enough of that. So first off, the animation was really bad. I mean, in a way, maybe you could be like, oh, it feels nostalgic because it felt like a 2010s anime.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's intentional or if it's just because the animation's bad, but it definitely felt like I was watching a 2010 anime. I thought the card system was cool because I don't know if you ever played Ragnarok online.
No, I haven't.
But it actually just straight up takes the system from Ragnarok online. So it's like basically it's an MMO type thing where you kill a bunch of mobs and there's like a really low chance for the mob to drop a rare card from it. And then the card has like a summon in it and it's like a really rare card. But there's like a part where the premise is that there's this guy and he's really bad at exploring the dungeons. It's one of those weird worlds where there is a dungeon in the real world. I forget what other anime I watched recently that had that. But it's one of those. It's not like an isekai. Yeah. It's like, oh, a portal opened up and then you can go into the I think Solo Leveling, right? Solo Leveling has that as well.
I think the tower is what they call it.
Yeah. So basically it's that kind of thing where you can go to the dungeons and like traverse the dungeons. So he is doing that, and one day, so all he kills is slimes because he is too weak to kill anything more than slimes. This is a classic isekai trope. Yeah, so he's doing that. He's killing slimes, and one day he kills the slime, and the slime drops the card. And ironically, the card is a Valkyrie card, and he's like, "Whoa, Valkyrie card!" So I mean, obviously, I was really excited. I was like, "Whoa, cool, Valkyrie!" But he literally goes on this whole thing where he's like, oh shit, this is a really rare card. And he asks around like, oh, like, how much would it be if I sold this card? Like, hypothetically, if I had this card, how much would it be? And they tell him it would be 1 billion yen. And he goes, I'm gonna just use it, like, because it's either
you're not gonna use it, sell it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you use it, it gets like bound to you or whatever, so he can't sell it after he uses it. But he just like he just uses it, and I'm just like literally sitting there like, what? No, that's like so unreal. There's no way anyone would be like, okay, you could either be a millionaire or you can use this card that you don't even know what it does. He doesn't know what it does. Right. He has no idea what it is. He doesn't know what it does. He literally is like, I think I'll just use it. I'm like, like, so it's just like so annoying from the get-go. Literally, I want to punch him. I was like, this is actually just like the most, like, I think it would have been funnier if it was like he uses it and later realizes that it was worth 1 billion yen, and then he kind of regrets. Yeah, like he regrets using it or something. I think that would have been more like, oh shit, like that's kind of a funny situation, and then you feel bad for him, and everyone has had that kind of similar situation happen to you, right? But but this situation of, you know, it's worth 1 billion yen and you are gonna use it, like,
that's the most oh my god,
like $100, sure. $1,000 even, maybe, sure. $10,000, we're getting a little like, okay, like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't use it, but you know, maybe you would, okay, sure. $100,000, like, ain't no way. A million, because 1 billion yen is basically $1 million, right? A million, not even a million, I think it's $10 million. $10 million. No. I
have a headache. That makes me so upset.
No way. Like, $10 million, that's not like chump change. We're not talking about $100,000. We're talking about $10 million. Like, you don't know.
Immediately, you'll be seeing me on my yacht.
Yeah, basically. I'm literally off on my yacht. Goodbye, world. No, so I was like,
so stupid.
I think at that point, I literally my brain checked out. I was like, no, I can't be here. I was like, I can't be taking this seriously. Like, this is just there's just no way that anyone would actually do that. And there's like a bunch of like weird jokes that happen in it. I just wrote, the jokes are not funny.
Oh no.
I wrote, the jokes are not funny and are really awkward. That's what I wrote.
No.
But I think there's like a lot of
like cringing.
Yeah, basically. I mean, because I think there's a lot of stuff where it's supposed to be like, oh, like, so the girl in that poster, the one with the brown hair, she's like his childhood friend, and I guess like she doesn't want him to go to the dungeons anymore, but he like secretly goes to dungeons, and so he like has his friends, his weird NPC friends, be like, oh, please don't tell her that I went to a dungeon. So she goes, he tells her like, oh yeah, like I was hanging out with my bros, these guys, and then like she was like, what were you guys doing? And then, you know, all of them at the same time say something different, but
oh my gosh,
but it was just like not funny. It was just like awkward, and it's just like silence afterwards, and you're just like, okay. Like, I think it would have been funny. Like, it could have been a setup for a joke where like one of them says something like insane, like we went to like a brothel or something, and obviously like that like makes it like way worse or something. It could have been like funny, but it was just like one guy says karaoke, one guy says like soccer, and the other guy says like the movies. You know, I don't know. It was like really arbitrary, and it was just like, okay, I guess.
Like, all right.
I don't remember what well, I think the thing is like she just says like, okay, but you know that she didn't buy it, but
that's peculiar.
Yeah, basically. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it gets better later. I only watched one episode, and I was like, I don't think I can do any more of this.
Yeah, no. I would have that card on like a bidding, so people can like bid for the
bid higher. Yeah, get it even higher. But the opening is by Amatsuki, who is one of my favorite like Utaite singers, and the ending is by Mayan, which is like insane. I didn't know Mayan still was doing stuff. So the opening and ending are fucking cracked. Literally.
I hate when that happens, when it's like wasted on a weird anime or something.
Yeah, but it's okay. Those are going in my playlist. I'm gonna go listen to those on repeat. So I'm glad I watched it just so I could get those opening and endings.
did you like find out like listening, or did you find out like before?
Yeah, I was like listening, and so the Amatsuki one, it was like I heard it and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Amatsuki, and then I saw the credit thing and I was like, oh yeah, it is Amatsuki, cool. And then the ending, I was like, wait, that sounds like Mayan, and I was like, huh, there's no way that's Mayan. And then I saw the credit, I was like, holy shit, it's Mayan. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
that's so good.
As a big fan, so I was very happy to see that she's still doing stuff. It is weird that like it feels like money was put there, but then they could have put that to something else. I don't know.
Fudge.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it gets better. Who knows? Perhaps it does get better, but definitely for me, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna skip this. There was like a whole bit where we just had to watch him kill slimes really pathetically, and at first it was kind of funny because he had like this slime like raid spray, but for slime. So there was some humor there, but they didn't really keep up with it, and then it just became awkward. And then later when he does summon the Valkyrie, he has her like kill slimes and stuff. It was just like not super interesting in my opinion.
Man.
Also felt like there was no stakes. It didn't really feel like, okay, yeah, he wasted 1 billion yen to get this Valkyrie, and the joke is like she's small, she's not like cool. He thought it was gonna be a cool booby lady, but it was like a cute little girl, so that's like the joke. But yeah, I don't know.
That's about it.
Yeah, I would give it.
Flat.
I would give it a solid 3 out of 10.
Oh, that sucks.
Do not want to watch more of that one.
Bruh.
Skip. But everyone go listen to opening and ending.
Oh, I will. I'm curious.
Go listen to opening and ending. All right, next one. Wistoria. Did you watch this one?
No. This is another one I didn't watch. I think this is like the second one I didn't watch. Yeah.
I think Wistoria I watched 5 episodes of.
Ooh,
yeah,
wow,
so you
5.
know that I liked it because I watched 5 episodes. So this was another one where I went in and I was like, ugh, another one of these isekai fantasy main character
it
generic
early 2000s art.
Yeah, I did like the art a lot, but I was like, it looks generic as fuck. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it. And the animation and art style is so good. Like so good, like movie quality good. Like I was just really blown away by it. The character designs feel very classic. They feel just everything that I love about anime character design that I feel like we've lost over the last couple of years. I feel like in the last 10 years of anime I'm so fucking old. Last 10 years of anime has become very, they've gone away from the goofiness. I feel like 90s anime was like peak goofy. And then we went into like the 2000s and it was still pretty goofy. And then we hit 2010 and a lot of the goofiness was gone. Like I miss, give me the big hair vents, the massive aho gaze, like just crazy bangs. Like I want all of that stuff. And Wistoria definitely has that like old school anime design.
The charm.
Yeah, with like the new anime like quality. So it feels like really high quality and the character designs are really nice and cute. And I don't know. I just really I was so surprised by it. So the premise is basically Mashal, where it's like this guy goes to a school and it's like a magic school, but he doesn't know how to do magic. But unlike Mashal, which is very comedy side, this is a little bit more like adventuring side, you know?
Ooh.
So his whole thing is, as usual, as the main character does, he's been training in a dungeon and whatever, so he's like really strong, but basically he's super strong and he uses a sword as it's shown in the title here, and while everyone else is using a wand. And yeah, so it kind of talks about like, you know, like, oh, how did he get so strong, or like what is his role in this world. And he works really hard and you can just like watch him. I feel like he's like a really charming MC too, because even though he seems really Gary Sue in the beginning, and I was like, ugh, another Gary Sue, like I hate this, but there's a part where he gets bullied by the red hair guy right there, right?
Oh, but he's so hot. I love red hair guys.
Of course you do. But the red hair guy bullies the main character, and there's a part where the red hair guy is getting like almost defeated by a monster, And Will, the main character, he shows up and he actually has a moment where he's like, that guy bullied me. I should just let him die. Like, he says that. He's like, that guy is really horrible. He's like horrible to me. I should just let him die. Like, I would actually gain a lot of him just dying. Like, I don't really care. But he has like that moment of darkness, but he still goes, okay, but you know what? That's not the right thing to do. And then he does end up saving him. But I really liked that moment. Yeah, because it's not just like, oh, I'm going to save everyone. And like, you know, because I'm just such a good person. I can't help myself, you know.
Right. Like, I would hesitate to, like, that dog tried to mess me up. I'm going to see him messed up. No. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And I felt like he felt very human in that regard. And it just had that, like, I don't know. It felt like he wasn't completely a Gary Sue, even though there were a lot of Gary Sue feelings that I had in the beginning. And I really like hardworking characters, and he works really hard. So I really liked that aspect of it. It made me curious about, okay, like, what's going to happen? How is he going to solve the next one, sort of thing. And the fight sequences are incredibly animated. So those were really a treat to watch. And he has a childhood friend, and she reminds me of this really old 2000s anime. Actually, I had forgotten it existed until I saw her, and I was like, holy shit, she reminds me of one of my favorite characters from back in like the 2010s, which is from this anime called Denpa Onna to Seishun Otoko. And I think her name is like Ario. She was like one of my favorite characters of all fucking time. Like, ever.
What?
And I just, for whatever reason, erased her from my brain entirely, because it was like an anime, but it only had like one season, and I think at the time it was like a big hot thing. Everyone really loved that anime. And she was like the, you know, Marin from My Dress Up Darling?
Yeah.
She was like the Marin of my time. Like, how everybody's obsessed with Marin now. Like, that was Ario. Like, every girl wanted to be her. Every dude wanted to date her. You know, like, it was like she was one of those characters. She's
the it girl.
She was the it girl. Yeah. And she was fucking cute. Anyway, the childhood friend in this anime reminds me a lot of her, so I get like dokis for her when I see her too. So
that's good to have lovable female characters. That's so good. Wow.
But it also like is interesting because there's a lot of like weird twists that they're coming up with too. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens, and I've been really enjoying this. It is definitely just like a feel good. It doesn't feel too deep, but it's a treat to watch, and I've just been enjoying the series a lot. So I highly recommend checking it out if you like adventure-y type series.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm excited. For some reason, when I look at it, it gives me I don't know if you've seen this anime before, 07 Ghost. It gives the vibe of it, like the towers in the back.
Yeah, sure. I haven't seen 07 Ghost, but I'm pretty familiar with it.
Oh my gosh, that's like one of my top like early 2000s? Yeah, early 2000s.
But like the art style kind of has that feeling, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or even like it feels a little like Code Geass-y in a weird way.
Right.
You know?
Right. Oh my gosh. Like nothing's like extra shiny, you know?
Yeah, everything's very sharp, and the colors are very like sharp but gradienty, and everything feels very like clean. Yeah.
Clean. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure then.
Yeah, I hope you like it. So.
I'm so excited. Yes.
I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's not nothing crazy, but I really enjoyed it, and it really surpassed my expectations. So hopefully it stays that way. I don't know. Who knows what'll happen as the season goes on, but at least from the first 5 episodes that I've seen, that is what I would rate it.
Yeah, heck yeah, I'm excited. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Yay.
Next is Magical Girl and Evil Lieutenant Used to Be Arch Nemesis. Did you watch this one?
I watched the first episode, which I know it's only 12 minutes, but I watched the first episode. I loved it to death because it's the creator of another artist that I am a big fan of. Miss Beelzebub likes it, or as she likes it, something like that.
Oh.
But I love that anime. So when I saw that this was created, I was like, ooh, what's this about? You know?
No, I was. So remember how I said I was not wanting romance? So I didn't want romance, but I felt like I should watch this one because it was magical girl themed. So and I heard that it was 12 minutes, like you said. It was really short. So I was like, you know what? At least I can just watch 2 episodes really quickly and then just like quit out if I don't like it. But I actually really liked it a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I wish I continued. I only watched 1 episode and just like continued at work. I was just like, but it is so adorable. The main guy character is like so hilarious.
He's hilarious.
He's a fanboy in the first episode where he's like, "What do you want? A black card?" You know, he pulls out his the credit card. It's so funny, so funny. Oh
and I like the whole like joke of she's just really poor.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's it's not funny to be poor. Okay?
No, but like it's like relatable, but also like just kind of like it's just a funny gimmick for her to have. And I like the whole like the cat is like in the Yakuza thing.
Yeah, that was funny. Oh my god, that made me chuckle. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And
the cat is the best part. The cat is hilarious. I love the cat.
For episode 2. Yes.
Yeah, no, the cat is really funny, and the cat also I like the art style because the cat reminds me of the cat in Azumanga Daioh.
Really? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
But then later he comes out in a suit. I don't know. It's just like really funny. I also like the whole like the villains being like shockers in Kamen Rider, so they go like ee instead of like talking because that's how they do it in Kamen Rider. And I felt like the comedy was really good in this one. It was it was like funny and over the top, but not like too crazy over the top.
Right. It was like in your face, like obviously trying to make you laugh. It was just genuinely funny.
Yeah,
like, again, going back to like the Yakuza cat, the way it like slapped her in the first episode.
That was hilarious.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. There's like there's a bit later where the cat just goes like she'll show up, she'll be like, oh, I'm home, and then the cat will be like, get me some beers, like, and it's just like so fun. Like I don't know, like the cat's like smoking cigarettes and like chugging beers, and just something about it is just so funny, you know.
So funny because I think in your head you're like, I could just like kick this cat out. I don't have to listen to this cat. But again, I only watched 1 episode, so it sounds like it's gonna be very, very hilarious.
Yeah, there's a part where the cat tries to sell like basically like porn DVDs of her.
Oh no.
But it's like hilarious. It's just like so funny. And the whole bit is just like so good. I also just really like the romance. I like that they just both like each other, and it's very obvious they like each other, and they basically know that each other likes each other. It's like not like one of those weird like, oh, do they like me? And they don't really care if the other person likes them or not, right? It's like just
they enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, they're like very wholesome. They just want to like hang out, and I love that aspect of it. And there is a second magical girl character that shows up in the most recent episode, in episode 5, I believe.
Oh.
And she's fucking hilarious. I love her too.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to continue for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious how the series will go out and like when like it will complete it, because I know the author passed away recently.
Oh no. That's so sad.
I'm really wondering what they're gonna do, because they just like released this, you know.
Right.
Are they gonna like finish the story for her? You know.
I mean, it does seem very slice of life, so I could see it sort of ending wherever they want to end it, or open ended even, because it is like romance slice of life. You can kind of just end it however you want, but that is really sad to hear.
Yeah, I think she was in her 30s if I recall. She was very young. She was very young if I recall.
Whoa, what the heck?
I'm trying to remember. It's either well, there's so many people who passed away recently, like Jesse's voice actor, or Jesse MSC from Pokemon.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Away. Yeah. But yeah, I wonder. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because her art is always so wonderful. I always love it.
Well, we at least have her work to enjoy, and I'm sure as any artist would appreciate everyone to enjoy their work to the fullest. So definitely check it out if you guys like rom-coms, or if it's just like kind of funny. I think the thing that's nice about it is that it's 12 minutes long. So you really can just, it's so digestible, right? You can just watch it and not really think about it. And you just like watch it a little bit. And then if you don't want to watch it anymore, it's like over already, right? So especially if you include like the opening and ending, it's like basically like a 10-minute long show.
True.
Very nice for my ADHD brain. And it makes it,
I was thinking the same thing.
It's like, it makes it nice because I could just kind of like turn it off whenever I need to. And not feel beholden to sticking around, you know?
Yeah.
I would give this an 8 out of 10 from me.
Yeah, so far, definitely 8 out of 10 as well. Like, both of them are so lovable.
Yeah, I would say that it's very similar for me personally in vibes to the Yamada-kun anime. Did you watch that one?
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel similar vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, and the animation quality is fucking good, amazing, incredible.
Yes, so good. And I recommend her other work as Miss Beelzebub likes it. It's really good.
Okay, I'll definitely have to check that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is Mayonaka Punch. Did you watch this one?
I didn't. Oh, I missed this one. Oh, no, I did not.
Where's my notes? Here we go. So this one is kind of an interesting premise. The premise is that the main girl, the girl on the left with the flowers in her hair, she's in a group of YouTubers. It's like 3 YouTubers. And basically she gets kicked out and is like canceled for being toxic. And her whole thing is she's trying to start a new YouTube channel and hit 1 million subs before the other 2 do, because she's like she's trying to like get revenge. Basically she's like trying to prove to them that she's like, you know, still got it or whatever. And she runs into the pink-haired girl who is a vampire, and basically like in exchange for allowing her to like suck her blood or whatever, they're gonna make content together. So
what the heck?
That's the kind of premise. What she get canceled for being a horrible person. She also like, so basically the punch in Mayonaka Punch comes from the fact that she literally punches one of the other 2 girls like on a live stream. And yeah, she's just like really toxic and like a bad person, and is like very self-entitled and thinks that she, you know, it's because of her that they took off, and you know, like one of those things. So the ending song and video is so fucking good. So even if you don't watch it, I highly recommend checking it out. I really like the premise. I think it's so funny and so interesting. I watched 2 or 3 episodes of this, but I am very worried because she is a bad person, right? That's the whole point. She's a bad person. That's why she gets canceled. And I'm afraid that they're going to redeem her without actually doing anything to develop her as a person. Where she deserves to be redeemed. You know what I mean?
Basically like putting a band-aid on like what she has done.
Right. And then being like, oh, you should be happy for her because she's the main character. Right.
No, I hope that doesn't happen.
So I don't know. Like, the funny thing is, after the 2nd episode, I literally went online because I was like, am I crazy? I went to Google and I was like looking for Mayonaka Punch stuff, like reviews and stuff, because I wanted to see if I was the only one that hated the main character. I was like, I really don't like her, but I don't think I'm supposed to like her. I think the whole point is I'm not supposed to like her, but I was getting mixed feelings because I was like, well, she's still the main character, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be rooting for her or not. I feel really mixed about this. It is an interesting premise, and it is like, you know, I am curious to see what happens, but I did find online that a lot of other people did feel the same way as me, where they felt like weird about it because they're like, ooh, I actually don't really like her as a person. And so it makes it hard for them to also like continue watching, because they're like, I don't want her to win. Like, I kind of want to see her struggle, and seeing her kind of like, so in the beginning it's kind of interesting because she gets a lot of like shit. Like, she goes to like a restaurant and she's like a horrible person in the restaurant, and the restaurant kicks her out, and they're like, oh, we should have known you were that fucking YouTuber that got canceled. And then like she gets kicked out that way. So it's like, oh, she's getting her just desserts, and it's kind of like interesting and like funny to watch because it's her downfall. But I don't know. There's a reason why we don't watch bad people be main characters of stuff, right? Like, I think what they're trying to do is interesting, and I like the concept of like a fall from grace and trying to get back on your like legs for that. But I really, really, really do not want to see her get redeemed unless she really actually deserves to be redeemed, you know?
Yeah. And then what's up with the vampire girl? Like, how's she? Like, is she also like very irritating, or not irritating, like unlikable?
The parts that I watched, she just like is very typical, like, oh my god, let me suck your blood. Like, oh my god, you have such delicious blood. Like, wow, cool. I'll do whatever if you let me suck your blood. And I don't know, that was about it. There's like a really beautiful moment, I mean animation wise, where the vampire girl picks up the main character and like flies her through the like, you know, through Tokyo or whatever, in the sky. And it's like the girl's kind of like starting to feel hopeful because after all this stuff, she had felt like she was never going to get back into it again. She's like, wow, like this is going to make for great content. You know, she's like kind of thinking about that. But the entire time I couldn't feel happy about the scene because I was like, okay, well, you don't deserve content, first of all. Second of all, you don't deserve good things to happen to you right now. And third of all, like, what, I don't know, like, what am I supposed to be feeling right now? Because it feels very hopeful, but I don't want to feel hopeful because I don't like her. So I don't know. That was the part that I was really worried about, and I don't know how they're going to treat the rest of the series because of that sort of, you know, friction that I have with how I feel about the main character. But maybe it's just not for people like me. Maybe it's for people who, you know, want to root for her or who actually genuinely like her. Because like I'm also very, you know, I'm a Valkyrie, so justice is my thing. I'm like, if you're a shitty person, you deserve shitty things. Like you don't, like no second chances. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. Man, yeah. This does not sound great. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but the animation was beautiful. Highly recommend checking out the ending video. Really beautiful and also really good song as well. But yeah, kind of, I would say I give it a solid 5 out of 10. I think there has a lot of good things about it, but personally, I just don't think I can watch it because of my moral standpoint, for better or worse.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's really hard when the MC is not someone you want to root for anyway.
Right.
You know?
Right. I mean, it's one thing if like everything bad just keeps happening to them, but I don't know if I would want to even watch that either. So.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Wow. Dang.
Right. Next one though. We have, what is this one? My wife has no emotion.
Oh, sorry. It takes a second for it to pop up on my screen.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I didn't watch this one, so you're gonna have to give us the lowdown.
Yeah, I watched one episode of it. So.
By the way, why is the art style like giving Conan?
A little bit,
right?
A tad bit. Yeah, right. I also felt the same way, right? So the main character here is so he's living by himself and he gets his appliance, and obviously the appliance is her. We don't
obviously.
know much. Yeah, we don't know much about her background yet because I just watched the first episode. I was like, oh, robot girl, hashtag echo my wife, haha, like maybe he'll be relatable, whatever. And what's interesting is that that's her expression throughout the whole episode. Like just like not even smiling, just her eyes are wide open, and when she talks, her mouth doesn't open at all.
What the heck?
She doesn't blink either.
Oh my god!
So it's really funny. I think it's really funny they did that. So he starts like flirting with her, and she's like, like I like you so much. Don't you want to be my wife? I'm like, yeah, that's so me for real.
You to Echo.
Me and Echo for real. And then, you know, she's just cooking and everything. She's like ignoring him. And he's like, oh, it's like, what do you want for like to eat? Like, is this okay? And he's like, and everything. But then I'm gonna skim through my memory of the first episode. Later on, he has like a dream that she like cooks her own head, and he freaks out. He wakes up, and she's like sitting next to him, like next to his bed, and he's like, oh, no, I skipped like a whole big portion. I'm so sorry.
Oh God, my ears.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Basically, he starts drinking and stuff like that, right? And he's like, oh, I want more, I want more. And this is the point where I realized, oh, there might be something more to this like series. The robot girl grabs 2 beer cans from the fridge, and she starts pouring them down the drain without him knowing. And he says, I forgot what his name is. Master. I'll just say Master. Master, there's no more beer. And he's like, oh, really? But like, I'm like, wow, like she actually like cut him off. Like that's crazy. Like at first she was warning him like, oh, you can only drink 2 beers, like that is your limit and everything. He's like, give me more beer, give me more beer. But yeah, the fact that he did that, or she did that, it was really crazy. I see I rarely look at chat, but I did see this message in chat, and it's true, I did miss this part. Basically, he was like, I know I should have written notes. Is it important? A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound important, but
he's like, be my wife, be my wife. And like she's like, yeah, she just stares at him, like whatever. And the next day, and then, no, during that night during that night when he's drunk, he's like, come sleep with me and everything. She slides into his bed, right? And he's like a little freaking out, like, oh my god. And then he's like, you're scaring me, close your eyes. Because like the whole time she's like,
oh right, because she's not blinking.
Right. And then it closes her eyes, and then he's like, oh, I'm feeling a little freaky. And then she was like, are you feeling a little bit freaky? And then she's like, because like I don't want to say it. he was feeling and then she looked it up in her system, and I was like, oh, you're feeling this. And he's like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Go on, pass. He go to sleep. He wakes up, and he's like, what are you to me? Like, I'm so embarrassed. I remember everything from last night. Like, what do you think of me? And she's like, well, I'm your wife. And he's like, whoa. He's like, yeah, you asked yesterday if you want to be my wife. And a wife, I looked it up, and it is like, an agreement, a martial agreement, whatever.
Right.
And so she's just like, okay, like, all right.
Yeah.
So that's like, the first episode is very interesting. Like, I feel like I watched the second episode, but like, in my free time more so. So I really kind of like that. He's very, it's a little funny how like he's flirting with her and stuff like that. I'm like, that's like me and Echo for real. But then yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something more to the story. Like, she feels like a deeper character, even though she shows no emotion. She just cooks and she cleans for him. That's it. Does she clean? Yeah, I think so.
That's cool. I mean, I like the premise. It sounds like, because there's been a lot of stuff similar to this, right? Like, there's like the kind of absolute boyfriend type territory, or like Chobits or something, where it has like bits of that. But I like that they really picked up on the like, yeah, she doesn't even make facial expressions. She just doesn't even blink. Like, it's like really uncanny.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the main character, I kind of like his eyes. His eyes kind of like remind me of a cat, kind of. Like, he's very cute. And what was it? What was I gonna say about him? Yeah, he doesn't seem like a dislikable character. I kind of feel like we get like smiling at some of the things he says. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I won't spoil too much more. But yeah, I definitely would recommend you checking it out. Just like in your free time, not as like you gotta watch it.
Right.
I'm really curious because the ending theme like showed little bits and pieces. I try not to watch it on the first episode, kind of, because like it spoils too much.
Right.
But I kind of feel like there's something more, there's something deeper about her backstory. So, yeah. I give this a solid six.
Okay, yeah, not bad, but not like you said, not a must watch. It's like if you run out of things to watch, might be a good one to pick up, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'll watch the second episode eventually, but yeah.
All right, next one is the one that you've been waiting for, We have Elusive Samurai.
Yeah. Oh my god, I want to jump off a cliff. I wasted all my time watching all this mid-anime where I could have been watching this. And I was watching this right before we started, and it makes me want to kill myself. I cannot believe I didn't watch this beforehand.
How many episodes did you watch? Just one?
Let me see where I'm at. I'm at episode 2, 13 minutes in. Oh, hold on, I gotta pause it. Oh, there we go. Pause. It is so good. The animation is the first thing that everybody, I bet everybody notices first, and it is.
It almost feels like a Ghibli movie.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Because other characters in the background are moving too. Yeah. And like
it's extremely cinematic.
Right. Very cinematic. It feels like a movie. Exactly. The main character, the 8-year-old kid, very, very cute. He's like, he's running everywhere. I don't know how much I want to talk about it,
Yeah.
What is a spoiler? What is not a spoiler? But I really like his personality. He's like, I want to chill and everything. But then the incident happens.
Yeah.
In the first episode, I'm like, oh my god, Jesus, this took a turn.
Yeah, for sure.
How do I explain the other character that you see in the thumbnail art? The guy in the background. That's my husband.
The priest.
Yeah,
he's your husband.
I know we're only 1 hour and 13 minutes in, but he's my husband.
You're fucking.
No,
you're like a DILF hunter, man.
No, oh my goodness. No, he's so goofy.
He's a DILF. That's what he is.
Oh my goodness gracious! I really like the funny animation, the silly faces he makes, and like the glow he has, the holy glow, whatever that's going on.
That was actually something I wrote down too, as I felt like the expressions were really good. It felt very much like the 2000s anime goofy facial expressions that we don't really see in anime anymore.
Right. There were many moments during the episode in 13 minutes that I watched is that he like kind of cuts things very out of nowhere. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. He'll like the main character will be like going through it, and then he'd be like, anyways, it's shy, like, and his face goes like comes out of nowhere, and he's like smiling, and I think it's like very interesting timing it has.
It's funny that you mentioned the timing, because I think in general for me, I really thought the humor was good. I liked the humor a lot, but I didn't like the timing of the humor.
What?
I think that was where it kind of fell flat for me, because I felt like I couldn't tell a lot of times what the series wanted me to feel. Like, do you want me to feel sad? It seems like it's a really sad and serious scene, but it keeps getting cut in with humor, which I like the humor itself on its own. It just feels like in the timing, I sometimes feel a little bit like, ooh, okay, I guess I'm not supposed to feel sad right now. I guess this is not a serious scene. Because every single time there's a serious scene, there's some kind of humor being cut in. Like, someone's head will get cut off, and all of a sudden it's like funny. And so I'm just like, ooh, like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I kind of want the funny moments to be funny and the serious moments to be serious, but I don't know, maybe that's just kind of like the way that this series wants to go. I think part of it is because that the serious moments in this series feel so dark and realistic, and it's not like a funny serious moment. It feels like a serious moment, right? And then it's juxtaposed with this like really funny joke that like hits in the middle.
Right,
and I guess
out of nowhere.
Yeah, because I think if the serious part, if it just wasn't as serious, or if it was animated in a way that made it feel less serious, I would be like, okay, it's just a funny anime, so I'm not really supposed to take it seriously. But I think because they even animate it so gruesomely and so intensely, I do feel really conflicted a lot of time. Like, I can't really tell what I'm supposed to be, like what I'm supposed to be feeling, like what they want me to feel in these moments. Like, am I supposed to feel sad? Am I not supposed to feel sad? Like, it's like you'll see like people die, like important people die, and then you'll be like, oh, hee hee ha ha, like, it's the silly priest making the silly face again. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not supposed to be sad about that person dying. Maybe it's not that important. Like, I don't really know,
Yeah, that's pretty understandable. I really enjoyed it when it did that, though. In like from my perspective, I kind of saw it as the anime kind of telling us like, this is a serious, heavy topic. It's a very serious, like, plot, but we're gonna make it comedic. Like, I don't know, it kind of felt like the plot being that serious and dark they kind of like were poking fun at it almost. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, it's very whiplashy with the scenes. But I enjoyed it for some reason. I just loved it.
Understandable.
Yeah. I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it's like something different, something I haven't like seen before in anime. You know, but again, like with how intense and detailed the gory parts were, like the deaths. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then going back to like Ghibli silly feel, and then and then I liked it.
I mean, I think it definitely had that Ghibli feel because in Ghibli movies, there's some that are also very grotesque and gruesome, like Princess Mononoke, for example, has those moments. So it's not that I didn't like the gruesome scenes. I think it's more of just the fact that it kept getting interjected with humor that made it feel like a little strange to me. And again, I wasn't sure how I was supposed to be taking the anime. Like, am I supposed to be taking it seriously? Am I not supposed to be taking it seriously? I couldn't really tell. I watched 3 or 4 episodes, I believe. So I'm at the part where the uncle shows up, and I think there's like a bit, I'm not going to spoil it, but like there's a bit with the uncle that I was basically like, I really don't like this person, but like I don't really know how I'm supposed to feel because everything is so comedic around it. Like I want to feel upset or sad about stuff, but I feel like I'm not allowed to because they keep trying to make it funny instead. And yeah, so I guess that was my biggest like complaint about it, but it is really extremely beautiful. One of the most beautifully animated animes I've ever seen. Ever. Yeah, and some of the scenes are fucking incredible. Like just absolutely artful masterpiece cinematic experiences. So even if it's not for the plot or for the humor, I would highly suggest people watching it just as like art. It's really nice to look at. And the fact that even 3 episodes in, you know, I still feel that way is
that's good. That's really good. Because sometimes people like some series like they're all into like the first 2 episodes or
and
just
it drops off. Yeah.
Right. So that's really good to hear that it still continues.
Yeah,
it's so fun to watch. Like,
so visually, absolutely. And I love the opening a lot too.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the opening a lot. So it's a bop. So enjoyed that. I will definitely continue watching it. It doesn't have the same quality as some of the other ones where I'm like, oh my god, what happens in the next episode? I have to watch it. I don't feel that way about this series. For example, I definitely felt that way about Wistoria, and also because I was just like, oh my god, what happens? And then the Magical Girl and Lieutenant was another one where I was like, oh my god, I really want to see the next episode. So I didn't feel that for this one, but again, I have been consuming it more as art than as like a serious plot line. So for that, I will personally have to just give it a 7 because it's mostly art for me.
Yeah, and although I just started 24 minutes, and then for the first episode, and 13 for the second, 8 so far.
Yeah, I think it definitely lines up more with your humor code than mine, so I could totally see that.
Yeah.
And you got your DILF, so I guess you know.
Oh my goodness gracious! He just happens to be a father. Okay?
It just happens to be a dad. Like it's not like you like dads or anything. It's just the guy just happens.
I can appreciate them very much.
Yeah, exactly. True.
Yeah, but it's not because I have father issues. No.
Yeah, definitely not. No. Why would it be that? Oh, oops. Where did my slideshow go? Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. Okay, our last one though, so we can go backwards here, is everyone's most anticipated Shika no ko no ko no ko koshi tan tan. Shika no ko no ko no ko koshi tan tan.
Oh my gosh. It's funny because
no, go for it.
It's funny because I watched only 1 episode of this, and like and some of the second episode. Just because I've just been so busy lately.
Right.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I think this is the anime that I want to talk about that is similar to the VTuber Legend anime, where I feel like I had watched the entire anime before I watched it. Like when I watched it, I was like, oh, I've already seen all of these clips before on Twitter or through trailers. Like it was also like all of the funny parts were I already saw it. So when I watched the anime, I was like, okay, well, now that's all that's left is the unfunny parts that are like kind of boring, you know? So I didn't like that. I felt like the animation quality was not as good as they kind of made it out to be. They put a lot of money in the opening, the Shikanoko Noko Noko Koshitantan part.
They did, right.
And besides that, it's completely unremarkable. And the second episode was like 50% they were just chibis. I was really shocked about that. Like the entire second episode for at least 50 or 60% was just them as chibis. And I think that's so lazy, and they kept reusing assets, and I just felt like, what the hell am I watching, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, is this the anime that's also like a 4-koma type of manga, if I recall? Or
I have no idea.
One? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Never mind. But yeah, it did. The humor, I didn't really laugh. But more like a little smirk, like that. Yeah. I also agree the animation unremarkable, pretty generic animation.
Yeah.
The main character, or the Yankee girl. I was really happy to find out that she like voice Hatsune Miku.
Oh, right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. And then Nokotan sounds really. I like her voice actor. I liked how she sounds. Right. Yeah, I just kind of feel like it was a little flat from what I've seen.
What's funny is that you called the main character the Yankee girl, but I had also written this down where it was so weird because the first episode, the entire plot line is she's formerly a delinquent and she's an honor student now and she's trying to hide it. And that's why she ends up with Nokotan, because she's like trying to hide that fact and she's the one that knows the truth. But in the second episode, that is completely out the window. Like, it's not a plot point anymore. It felt so weird and disconnected, and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, why does this have nothing to do with the first episode? It was very weird, and I feel like that was an interesting plot line of like, oh, it's kind of like, oh, I have this dirt on you, you know, you're getting like
right.
You know,
like, I can like see like funny things happening where Nokotan slips up in like, you know, silly situations. Like, you know.
Or like if I already forgot her name, but if the main character, she like shows her strength accidentally, or is like really mean to somebody, or like yells at somebody accidentally because she's being pushed to the edge by Nokotan, but like none of that happens in the second episode. That purple haired girl is her sister, and she has like siscon, I guess. So like the whole thing is like her sister is trying to take her away from Nokotan, and they have like a battle of airing out the main character's deepest secrets. So it's like, it just feels really random, and none of them has to do with delinquent stuff. Her sister like is like a shinobu, so she like has shurikens and stuff, but like the main character doesn't ever use her delinquent powers ever to like either avoid them or to like try to fight back or anything. So it's like almost like the writers forgot that she had that whole bit of being a delinquent.
Right. And from the second episode that I've seen, the sister actually made me irritated because of how she messed up that whole room that the main character set up. I was like, oh, period, girl, get your room, get your club room, whatever. Freaking messes everything up, and then like when she finds out it's her sister, you know, it's kind of just like, okay, haha. But I guess in comedy anime it does do that just to move things along.
I do think though, like what you said, I totally agree, and I think the part that bothered me is that it was so inconsequential, but it was so long. Like they spent so much time of the main character talking about how she set up this room and how she's decided to go to this room, and then all of a sudden she gets to the room. It's like destroyed. Okay, why is it destroyed? Oh, my sister, who's in love with me for whatever reason, is destroying this room. But like, it was so long showing the destroyed room. It was so long showing Nokotan like hiding and be like, oh, it's a battlefield and blah blah. And then at the end, it was like for what? Like it was very okay. What's the punchline? Like I don't.
Exactly.
I don't get it. Like, why did we have to spend that much time? But this happened a lot in this series. So the other one that I wrote down was later there's a sequence where Nokotan dies, and I get the joke is that you think that she's dead, but she's not dead, right? Like a lot of anime does this. It's like, oh no, right. Nokotan, like don't die, you can't leave me yet, and then like she comes back and it's like funny. But that death sequence was like 3 whole minutes long. It was like just way too long, and at that point it just wasn't funny anymore, and I was like, oh my god, like when is this gonna be over? Like when can I do something else with my life? Like this is just so boring and long for a punchline that I already know what the punchline's gonna be. So like
even VN Universe has an episode
exactly like every anime has that, and it's, you know, it's just like not funny, and I'm just like, okay, I mean it is funny, it can be funny, I'm not saying that it's not a funny punchline, but I think they just dragged it out like way too long. And it was like this whole bit where like the deers are carrying her up to heaven, and there's like a deer god, and none of it was funny. It was just like, okay, like, I guess, because you already used the weird thing about the deer being like realistic or whatever in the first episode. So now the realistic deer is not funny anymore because you used it like 50 times in the first episode. So now I don't care about them in the second episode, especially when you give me a 3-minute long like death sequence that I have to like fucking sit through, you know?
Right. It doesn't make you cackle at all, right?
No, yeah, like if I laughed, my laugh would have ended 3 minutes ago already. Like it's just way too. Yeah, so that was it was hard to get through the second episode. It felt genuinely boring personally, and I had a feeling this would happen because I don't really care much for absurdist humor, but even for absurdist humor I felt like this was just not even just absurdist humor, this was just paced poorly. Like the whole quiz bit that I mentioned with her sister and Nokotan doing a quiz show, it none of it was funny or made any sense. It was just okay, it's like is she wearing a bra or not? Haha. Like so funny. You know, like okay, you know, and at the end she's like, where did you get that footage of me changing? Like okay, like heck? But they don't even show it, it's like censored, so it's like
they don't even show
yeah, so I was like okay, like I guess that's funny, I don't know, like the quiz was just so random, none of the fucking questions mattered, and I don't know, it was I would like 20 minutes of my life back. Probably the most overhyped anime this season.
I have to agree with you. Yeah.
Did not.
I like the memes, the gifs, everything, but
I love the song. The opening song is really good. It's catchy as hell, and the dance is really good.
Yes, I agree.
The hype is there, and the dance is really cute. Like little the antler hands is like so adorable.
Oh, you guys can't see me. I'm breaking it down.
Yeah, she's breaking it down.
Oh my gosh,
it's so cute. So no, I appreciate all of those aspects, and I felt like the marketing for the show was very good. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they had a great marketing team. But the show itself was very bad. I give it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I would have to agree 3 out of 10.
I wouldn't have even watched the second episode, but because it was so overhyped, I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch the second episode, maybe it gets better. Maybe it's just because I saw all the jokes ahead of time. No, second episode was horrible. It was way worse than the first episode, so definitely not watching more of this.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. Maybe in passing, but yeah. But is that it for the summer?
That is it for the summer. That was our summer anime. How would you rank summer anime as a whole, as a season? How are you feeling? I know in the beginning you felt like it was bad, but I feel like hearing
there were some gems.
Like you didn't hate it. I would say there was some things to watch.
I think just knowing about how much anime is coming out this year in general, I just had high expectations. But you know, I give this a solid 5. It wasn't horrible, but I kind of feel like just a couple more anime. You know,
I feel like I'm in between a 6 and a 7. Actually, I feel like part of it is ironically I had the opposite problem. My expectations for the season were really low. I saw the list of anime and I was like, these all look like ass. Like, I don't want to watch none of these series. I'm like, oh, I want to watch that. Every single series I was like, but I watched it and there were quite a few that I was actually like really surprised by, you know. Like I mentioned, like Wistoria, I was really surprised by. Elusive Samurai, I was wowed by the animation. The Ossan Adventure too, like I actually really enjoyed. And the Magical Girl and Evil Lieutenant really got me. That one's so good. I really, really like that one. So I do think for me there was quite a bit of surprises. So I'm gonna give it a you know what? I'll give it a 7. I feel like I would say 7 only because I'm ranking it by the number of series that I'm actually looking forward to a week. I feel like I haven't had I have series that I'm watching weekly and I really don't have that too often. So I'll say that that's up there. And you gave me some recommendations, so that means I have even more to look forward to. Meaning the season's actually not off to a bad start. I mean, we're halfway through the season, I would suppose, right now. But
right. And I gotta watch the anime that you recommended too. So that, you know, not watching the good, you know, ones probably kind of mess up the rating too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I would say that yours is a fair rating given the ones that you said that you liked and didn't like. So
right. Yeah. But let me tell you, I'm excited for the next season. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. What are some of the ones that you're looking forward to?
Wait, hold on.
I have to look at the list.
My fell off when I did that.
Uh-oh.
It fell off. Sorry. There you go. I'm so excited, senpai.
Okay. What are you looking forward to?
So Blue Exorcist, another season.
My god.
Finally.
Blue Exorcist.
I know,
what is that from? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. The animation kind of looks a little whack. I'm not gonna lie, a little whack. Like, why does my boy look like that? But, you know, honestly, I don't care. I just want to watch it because I love it. Honestly, the manga where it's at, I want to kill myself. Like, what am I reading? But, you know, it's just nostalgic. For nostalgia factor, I just can't wait. The second season of Ron Kamano Hashi, the Forbidden Deductions thing.
The Katekyo Hitman Reborn artist one.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the second season. Like,
I didn't watch the first one, so.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I'm not saying it's like amazing, but it's pretty good. Like, I have found myself like laughing and stuff. But Natsume Yuujincho 6 and 7. I love Natsume Yuujincho. It's like one of my top.
It's coming back.
Yeah, coming back. It's been here, baby. It's back here. It's season 7. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
But then again, it's been a hot minute since season 6. I guess you're right. But season 7, I'm so excited. I will be watching it. I'm so excited. And this manga that I have read that I thought it was kind of like underground. Not many people have read it, you know. But it's becoming animated. It's called "I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History."
Now, I haven't seen that one.
Another villainous manga is no, shush. Hear me out. Listen, this girl, she knows what she wants. She knows what she's gonna be, and she's going for it. And I cannot say much more because I need you to watch it. If you don't watch it, I'll kill myself and then kill you and then kill everybody else.
I will definitely put that on my list.
It's really good, and I'm really upset. I'm not upset. I'm scared. Whenever my favorite, like a top secret favorite, is gonna be animated, because what if it sucks? What if the animation is horrible? What if the voices sound like poo poo?
It's funny because that's why I didn't watch. I know people kept asking me because I said it's one of my favorite manga, but I didn't watch Senpai as an Otokonoko because that's like one of my favorite manga. But I was like, I'm so scared to watch it. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm like mentally prepared to watch that. And actually, I just looked at the list, and one of my other favorite series is getting animated, which is How I Attended an All Guys Mixer. And I'm also scared of that one because it's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, I heard of it, but I haven't dabbled in it at all. So I'm gonna look forward to that. But there's 2 more. There's 2 more.
There's more.
Even 2 more. There's 2 more.
Wow. Okay.
This one is the most underground. Like nobody. Okay. Like, I'm the fan. I am the fan.
Yeah. You know? She's the hipster. She knew it first.
She
liked it before it was popular.
Exactly. I just say that because I swear to God, once people start cosplaying it, I'm gonna jump. Me, only me. But Puniru wa Kawaii Slime. But it's like, middle schoolers. And
I see
it's
it.
like the slime girl.
Oh, it's so cute. The art.
It is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I remember
so
I read this
cute.
like, I swear to God, I read this like a year ago or so. Like it was like a hot minute. I swear to God. Like I'm not crazy. But yeah, it was so cute, the manga. I think it was just a couple chapters though that I read because that was all that was out. So when I saw that it was coming up, I was like, what am I looking at? No way. And I also thought her coloring was a little bit different too, not gonna lie. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm excited either way.
Yeah.
I did not expect a gradient color. I did not. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's really cute, really, really cute. So I can't wait. And then the last one that I'm looking forward to with all my power. Now this is gonna be very controversial. Like I can see it in the horizon, people being like, "He's toxic. This is terrible," etc. Shut up. Let me tell you. Okay. This series, let me try to find it. Let's see. Is it? There we go. It's Yakuza Fiancée or
I had heard about that one.
Yeah. Basically, Yakuza family, yes, and I'm not gonna say much at all because I need you to watch it. But the main girl character, she blew me away. Like when I say girl boss, like she is the girl boss of the girl bosses. Like
Ooh.
I don't know how to explain it because like every time I think she's gonna be like, no. Girl boss. Like I can't. I don't want to spoil. I have so much I want to say about it, but I'm gonna leave it because
you definitely need to make a list for me for like the ones that you need me to watch.
You need to watch like
yeah,
these. You need to. And the main guy character, which everybody will be talking about, like, oh, he's terrible. You know, I feel like Twitter is gonna be like a war. I see it coming. I see it coming.
We just ignore the bluebird during that time. We just like what we like and we appreciate what we appreciate, and we don't have anything. It's not that deep. We're not going that deep.
Right, like he is supposed to be that character. Like
Yakuza's bad. They're evil people. Right. They're not supposed to be likable.
Exactly. Without spoiling a single thing, he is supposed to be that way, and it's okay. And
it's fiction.
It's fiction.
It's fiction. It's okay in fiction. It's fine.
Right. The things he does, very questionable and very horrendous.
Oh, sure. I'm sure he's a horrible person, but it's fiction. It's fine.
Well-written character. Well-written characters. And the art is marvelous. I love the art style of the manga.
Like, by the way, have you read Dan?
I have, and it's one of those ones that people like have, like, you know, almost everybody. I feel like, but I haven't.
So I mean, I didn't care for it all that much, but I actually think you might really enjoy the anime. So you can wait and watch that one. I would definitely recommend it. I'm looking forward to Blue Lock season 2, my soap opera, my melodrama.
Still haven't watched it yet.
Really?
I haven't watched that or the skater one either.
Yeah. No, I really enjoy. Blue Lock has nothing about soccer. It's just a melodrama. It's like a telenovela. It's literally a telenovela.
No way, you're lying.
From beginning to it's so dramatic. I really like it because it's just so over the top and stupid.
What?
But I do, yeah. So I am looking forward to the second season. Rumi-chan and I are really looking forward to watching that one. It's interesting to see ReZero and Sword Art back as well. Yeah. We got Gun Gale season 2, so that should be pretty interesting. Gun Gale's fun. I didn't finish it, so maybe I should go back and finish it and watch season 2 as well. But Ranma 1/2 2024. Pretty
which I'm like,
excited.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Okay, period.
I mean, we're getting like a lot of old stuff. Like we have Rurouni Kenshin and stuff in here too. Like, what is this list?
It's crazy. I have really good vibes for the upcoming season. I want to read
lots to look forward
this one.
to.
Yeah, this Acro Trip. That looks interesting. That looks really cute.
Oh yeah, it looks like a Magical Girl series. I'll probably check that one out.
Yeah, it looks really good. Interested. Oh, what?
What?
I just found out. What?
God. Why? What's happening? I'm scared.
I read so many chapters of this manga. Is Yokai Gakko no Sensei Hajime Mashita? I did not know this was being animated. Oh my god. It's very interesting. Like this, teacher, like it says in the description, is very cowardly, and he is now teaching a school full of monsters and like yokai, all that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. That gave me
sounds
like
ass class.
Oh. No! Don't you call it that?
Sounds kind of like ass class.
No.
Wait, what do you mean? The premise, I mean.
The premise is not quite.
It's not ass class.
Not really. Not really. Actually, not really.
Instead of aliens, it's ghosts. Demons.
Not actually. No, I wouldn't even compare them, even though they're both like senseis and stuff like that. Yeah.
But really, we're getting more Dragon Ball. We're getting Prince of Tennis. We're getting Bleach. Like, what is happening next season?
I know. What the heck? Yeah, I'm scrolling down too. What the?
Yeah, no. But we do have a lot of stuff to watch next season, so I'm pretty excited too. And we'll see what we continue watching this season. Oh God, my cats are fighting. Sorry.
Oh, I heard noise. I'm like, what is that? Oh no. Did you guys hear that? I heard it.
They're fighting.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. No, that's just Tragel he's being a nuisance. But anyway, I'm very excited. I enjoyed a lot of series this season as well. So looking forward to the next one, and we'll probably wrap it up here.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much, Senpai.
Yeah,
and I'm on hiatus, so thank you for hosting it on your channel.
No, thank you for allowing me to host it on my channel.
No, thank you.
We're going to cycle. I said thank you.
No, thank you. Oh my gosh, but I love hot, sexy muscles.
Oh my God, the outro is getting spicy now. Sorry, yelling at my cats.
Oh,
he's being so annoying.
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, he's like. All right. Anyway, sorry.
No, cute.
I love maidens.
That's it. Hey, pause.
Yeah.
Hey, I upgraded mine. Why didn't you?
Right. Well, I don't know how to upgrade, but I love maidens of all titty sizes. I love maidens of all titty sizes, but particularly the ones with pink and green hair.
Oh. Wait, no, don't you like seafoam green hair?
I do. It's like it has to be a particular light green hair, basically. Yeah. Pink too. I prefer like the light pink, you know.
Oh, 진짜? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Light pink. But pink I'm a little more forgiving with. Green has to just be light green. Only green.
Yeah. If it's like dark green, it's color. Except for
no.
Ranka Lee is her name. Sorry. And
this is 2 weeks in
a pod.
Just the way that it should be. Just the way it should be. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next time. Be sure to go give Mita a sub. She's on hiatus right now, but she'll be back soon.
Yeah, make sure you use hashtag 2 weeks in a pod if you want to share some fan art of us or anything that you want to share, like clips and anything else. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification if you want to stay up to date to the latest videos of Lyra Smith. Yeah,
Lyra Smith. That's my name. That's my legal name.
Yeah.
Doxing myself.
Oh, oopsie. And done it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Get out of our room.
Get out.
Get out. Girls only.
Girls, stinky boys not allowed.
Stinky, you're stinky.
Bye.